Apparently, Arc Raiders players are completely delusional, at least according to this Reddit post. It has 3.6k upvotes and 2,800 comments. That is a crazy ratio of upvotes to comments. People have a lot to say about this. I thought I'd just go through the post and read some of the most weird comments. So the post is titled, "People on this sub are losing touch with reality. If someone kills you on sight in Arc Raiders, they are not a bad person. If someone third parties you, they are not assholes. An extraction camper doesn't have the secret desire to murder people. Someone who backstabs you isn't a psychopath." I don't know if these are true, actually. "Someone who plays the game a little different than you is not a bad person in real life because of it." Why? This one's in bold. And it's honestly insane that it has to be said, but it does, since I see dozens of posts like these daily. This isn't the Stanford prison experiment. It isn't a social experiment where people's in-game behavior reflect on their personality or morality in the real world. It's a video game. It's not real. People log in, have some fun, get some loot, and log off. They play as a raider in a post-apocalyptic world. It's pretend. If I wanted to play as me, I'd just go outside. Nobody who's playing Arc Raiders is going outside. Arc Raiders is by design a PvPvE extraction shooter. The systems reward opportunism. If someone extract camps or ambushes outside, they're just playing in the game's loop in a way intended by the devs. It makes them your opponent in the game, not a bad person in real life. People coming on here making those posts about how they got killed by another player who is obviously a psychopath IRL because they play the game a little differently than they do are honestly pathetic. You need to learn the difference between the real world and video games. Oh boy. Just off the post alone, I mean, this guy's saying a lot of truths, I guess, They're basically saying at the end of the day, it's just a game, right? And I don't know. To some degree, I agree. That makes sense. Sure. It's just a game. But obviously, people are angry for a reason, right? I don't know. It feels like both sides are a little bit right in this, where, one side's like, I want to kill people. The other side's like, you're a bad person for killing people. It's like, well, I don't know. It depends. I feel like how you feel about this just depends on like what happened to you in the game recently. I feel like if you were killed, if you lost your entire inventory because people extract camped 5 times in a row, I feel like you're gonna disagree with this post. You're gonna think that these people are evil. But if it happens to you like once every 3 days, you might think it's not a big deal. I don't know. Let's look at the comments. This guy says, "I still stand by my opinion that anyone who gets in an extract as a downed raider, activates the elevator, and then kills them knowing they won't be able to loot them, that person is probably slightly garbage in real life. No one will convince me otherwise." Ooh, I hard agree with this one. Unless they were trying to kill you in extract and you managed to kill them and they got downed, I think if you kill a person who's just downed crawling in and you're not going to loot them, it's like, that's just, what do you guys think? That's like evil. My first week on this game, I had this happen. Dude goes on comms, "I can't even loot you, but you lose all your F you." And I'm like, wow, this dude's personal life must suck. Is it just me, or do you guys think maybe this did not happen? I mean, this is Reddit, right? People make things up. "I can't even loot you, but you lose all your stuff." Like, do people actually say that before they like execute someone on extract? That's ridiculous. Let's go to the next comment. "An extraction camper doesn't have a secret desire to murder people. Awfully confident there, aren't we?" Michael Scott, I love The Office. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like extract campers, they do want to kill people, but also they might just be trying to get some loot. I mean, I've definitely been in the point in a game where I spawned in and it's like 16 minutes in and I'm a free kit. I'm like, what am I supposed to do here? All the loot's probably gone. I'm pretty much going to go to extract and, if I find someone, I'm going to want to kill them. Like, and I know solos, it's a little different in solos. You don't really do that in solos, but I don't know, if you're a group and you spawn in late, it's like, oh, we gotta kill people. Like, there's nothing else we can do. It's just like, if you want to avoid that, I would say loot and get out before 20 minutes. Because if someone's spawning in after 20 minutes, they are there to kill you. Like, what are they gonna loot? Everything's gone. Anyway, next comment. "Saying don't shoot and then shoot makes you an asshole. You can't convince me otherwise." I kind of agree, dude. I feel like you can't, like, if you want to deceive people and that's like how you're gonna win all your fights, that's fine, but that's just rat behavior. I mean, I've had that happen so many times and I'm like, bro, I know you are such a loser. Like, and it's not like I'm saying, oh, you can't do that, dude. I'm just like saying, like, I hope you trip down some stairs, man. I hope you trip down some stairs and you try to brace your fall and then there's like 3 fireballs waiting at the bottom of the stairs in real life in Minecraft. And this guy replies, "Yeah, I'm not sure how OP's carving out an exception for this behavior because it's a video game." Well, anyway, let me finish this. We don't make these sorts of exceptions anywhere else in life, and many people spend a majority of their free time gaming. Why would social structures break down because of video games? So this guy's saying that this guy's on the it's not just a video game train. He's saying that these people are evil. Oh my god, dude. It's like these people have never played a role-playing game. I mean, it's even said in the, and I'm not really a lore guy, but the lore of the game, they say that not all wounds that they get back in Speranza are made from Ark. So obviously they acknowledge that people are supposed to be, or not supposed to, but they do kill each other too. So it's not just fighting the Ark all day. Oh, right. And this guy says, yeah, because it's not real, it's pretend, it's escapism. Literature, movies, art would be awfully boring if anything, if only morally correct things were allowed. Exactly. I mean, you do need a little bit of PvP in this game. I'm not gonna lie, it feels great to like go loot, do a map, you just loot everything and then you extract and nothing happened. But if that happened every time, if you always got your loot, I don't think people would enjoy this game as much, legitimately. There is a time and place for just like getting your loot and getting out, but you know, people play games for all sorts of reasons. I mean, I know if you guys comment what you play this game for, everyone's gonna have a different answer. Like everyone. I think avoiding the sub when playing the game is the healthiest approach one could take. And you know, I basically did that. This is probably like the first Reddit post I'm reading from Arc Raiders Reddit. Shout out to us ruining that by making this video. This guy says, I'd agree if people didn't backstab and use obscene hate speech after missing half their shots. Those types are bad people. I have heard a hate speech or two in this game, believe it or not. Honestly, people who backstab in this game, I just know they're so bad. Like they must have had so many bad fights to push them to do this. Like they're probably missing everything. It's not their fault. They're just bad. Like they need to backstab to get some loot. This guy says this so much. Those people are always the same spam slurs in voice chat and begging in a crybaby voice. Gameplay is one thing, but racial homophobe slurs, yeah, we do not support that in this. We do not support these two. Yep. This guy says, I'll never complain about people doing those things. It's a game. But yes, I still judge them for their actions. Do I think they're psychos IRL? No, of course not. But they are definitely pricks by choice when they can choose not to be. Go ahead and be a prick if you want. You don't have to care what I think. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much, this is pretty true, I think. I do think that people who betray are a little bit of pricks. But I've also been there where someone, you know, does this and I ask, why'd you do that? And they're like, I don't know, man, I just haven't been getting loot recently. And I'm like, let me res this guy, and then he kills me. So I don't know, man, people are just pricks. I don't know. Do you guys get betrayed more than you get saved or like work with people? Because I feel like I probably get betrayed like 20% of the time, and that's like on the high end. It's probably more like 10. I feel like people are friendly, especially if you use your mic in this game. Extract campers are a whole nother thing though. And this guy replies exactly this: if you act like a prick, don't be upset when someone calls you a prick. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but you indeed are acting like a prick. Actions have consequences. Come on, dude. Actions have consequences. Even if it's just being called an a-hole. Like you said, you don't have to care, and it doesn't mean anything more significant. Yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, overall, I have seen people do things, and then if you call them an a-hole, they get mad that you're calling them an a-hole. I'm like, you can't just do everything you want and expect everyone to be happy with it. Like, I think that's probably the part that annoys me the most about this, is when people go in here, betray you, do something scummy, extract camp, and then when you like complain about it in voice chat, they are like, oh, they're so hurt. They're like, bro, it's a PvP game too. It's like, yeah, but like the fact that you can't accept that I'm mad about you extract camping or betraying me, it just shows that you can't even handle the consequences of your own actions, and that's just me being unhappy. Anyway, next comment. There's a lot of entitled douchebags in real life, so it's not surprising they carry on their entitled douchebag tendencies into video games. Yeah, sure. God, this again. Yes, backstabbing is part of the game. You're allowed to do it. It's also allowed for people to think you're scummy for doing it. Feel free to be deceptive. I just don't expect everyone to think you're a genius and give you a pat on the back. Yep, true. And here's a real controversial one. Behavior in virtual worlds is entirely indicative of behavior in the real world. It might not be one-to-one, but to say it's just a game shows you don't understand human behavior. Liars are liars. Cheats are cheats. It's not a moral judgment, but you learn a lot about people when they feel they have no accountability. Ooh. So this guy is saying whatever you are in the video game, that's what you are in real life. So if you're a dragon in the video game, you are a dragon in real life. Don't let anyone stop you from becoming a dragon. But for real, I feel like this guy's on the side that most people aren't on. I'm not sure I could be completely wrong on this. Like, you guys could all be like, yo, these rats, they're rats in real life. They dumpster dive. They're in the garbage. I hate them. They're the worst ever. And I never rat and I never betrayed and I'm the best ever. Like, that could be you. And if that's you, please post in the comments and tell me how you do it, because I'll even say it myself. Sometimes I do rat-like behavior, you know, a fight will end scenario. Right, I'm in a fight and I win it, and then after the fight I wait in a bush and I heal because I feel like someone's coming afterward to third party, right? Is that rat behavior? A little bit. I do it. Does that make me a bad person? Maybe. Does that mean I'm a dragon in real life? Maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you guys agree with this comment at all, because this one is probably the most controversial comment in this entire thread. And the top reply to that is, if your entire personality assessment of real human beings hinges on how they behave in a game designed around deception, ambush, and opportunism, it says more about your understanding of psychology than it does about anyone playing the game. Oh, this guy said you're dumb, basically. He said, bro, you are really dumb. I don't know. Maybe I agree, maybe I don't. But I mean, you know, I tend to go in a lot in the game, and, you know, in real life, I'm a little bit impromptu, spontaneous, you know? So maybe there is some type of correlation there, but I don't know if it's the same as liars are liars, cheats are cheats. So yeah, that's the whole post. If I had to give my final say of what I think about this entire thing, I think people need to live and let live. If you're getting betrayed a lot one day or extract camped a lot one day, I don't think you should give up on humanity. You know, not everyone's a bad person. Extract campers, they're just kind of scummy, and I don't think it works out for them as often as people think it does. I don't think extract camping necessarily is the best way to play this game. I don't think they get out all the time extract camping. It's just that time they got you, you know? I feel like overall making huge judgments on what someone's life is like based on how they play a video game is a little bit weird. I mean, there are exceptions, right? I do think that if you are killing people when you cannot loot them at all, when they're downed in extraction and they didn't do anything to you, that part is probably one scenario where I can agree you're kind of a dick. But other than that, you know, live and let live. People are here to play the game, you know, and if they don't want to have fun and cooperate with people, that's their loss. They live in a lonely world. I enjoy playing with the solos. I enjoy running around with them, doing events, helping them kill an arc or two when they're in trouble, you know. The list goes on, and I feel like the people who rat an extraction camp, they're missing out on a part of the game that is so much fun that I'm okay with saying you do you and just moving on and forgetting about them, because it must be a lonely road to be just a rat and extract camper, because you just won't have anyone to play with. You probably aren't making that many connections and, you know, talking with people. So I feel like they're probably losing out more than I'm losing out by, you know, encountering them in a game. And they don't always win, even if they get the jump on me. So I guess overall I'm team live and let live, but let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Try to keep it civil. I know this is gonna divide a lot of you in like one side of the sand versus the other side, but if you enjoyed this type of Reddit review, give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see videos like this in the future. Appreciate you all. I will see you guys next time.